Hello, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is the day that we have coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations with the BizChicks. I'm here with my friend and co host, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Tara Lena from California Cover Ups, and we are the Biz Chicks. And today we're going to be talking about our favorite topics, you, and all of the wonderful things that you have going on. I just want to give a shout out to everybody in Clubhouse and those of you watching live and on the replay and say thank you for tuning in. If you have not already done so, we would love for you to join our Biz Chicks community. Yes, and you can do so by texting Biz to 33777. We'd love for you to come on in and tell us who you are, what you do, and we would love to be as supportive as possible right there within the community. So, if you haven't already done so, please do. Please join us over there. In addition to that, we want to say thank you again for tuning in and let's get started. Hey, Fran, what's up today?
Well, today we are talking about enjoying the joy. Uh,
Mm,
this is a holiday season, and do we take time to enjoy the joy of the season? There was a lot of hustle and bustle going on in the
oh,
world,
my goodness.
and shopping and Black Friday and stuff, and just all the commercial stuff that goes on with this season. But I think sometimes we just need to pause, reflect, and
Mm,
enjoy the joy of the season. It's a time to rest, gather with family and friends, and have a beverage, coffee, and sometimes just sit, maybe watch holiday movies. Or what do you do to enjoy the season? So we're going to ask that question of the people who are in the clubhouse and those who are watching live or on the replay. What do you do to enjoy this season?
mhm.
um, how do you find joy in it? So we can start there. um, Whoever's live in the live audience or in Clubhouse. And how do you enjoy the season? What do you do? Because it's really important. We can get tied up in other people's opinion of what.
Expectations?
Yes.
Oh,
Um,
my goodness.
So did you cook a turkey? Maybe you don't like turkey and you'd rather have ham, or maybe you want to do meatless this
Mhm,
holiday season. Did you do that?
mhm.
Because it's possible now that you can do that. You don't have to do that. Did you have all the trimmings? Did you want the cake and the pies and all of the things that went with it, or did you have a quiet holiday?
Oh my goodness. Quite frankly, I had a very quiet holiday. Here's Luana says Christmas stories on Hallmark and Lifetime and Red. Good job, Luana. I'm so proud of you. I did the same thing. I just enjoyed the peace of the whole thing.
Hmm.
The PEACE of the whole thing, not the piece of pie, not the piece of this and the piece of that. And I did not, I intentionally did not cook anything special.
Now, see, for some people, there's a joy in the cooking.
Yes,
There's a
because
joy
Luana says
in.
she cooked all the trimmings. Did you enjoy it? If that's your thing, did you enjoy it, Luana? The
Hmm,
cooking part?
the cooking and the eating, and if that is you, then I agree. Go
Hmm.
wholeheartedly. If you don't want to cook, you could call Honey Baked Ham. You could book a turkey from somewhere else if you didn't want to cook. Hey, TJ.
Yeah, it's been years since I cooked.
Right.
I've been ordering it.
So what are you doing to enjoy the holiday season? Because I know we're all working, we're all getting prepped for 2022 and we're doing all of that. But what are you doing to enjoy the season?
She
Um,
she says, Lawana says, yes, she enjoys the cooking for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and she cooks everything. I'm coming to your house. Okay.
yeah, we'll make the rounds and go.
We'll
Um,
be around Lawana for Christmas.
TJ, over in Clubhouse, how do you enjoy the season? What do you do?
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Yeah, I cooked. I even had a couple of things happen. I put on my Facebook that I dropped some things. We had a good laugh. And the holidays I do it for my daughter because I'm like, okay, I'm going to cook and make those experiences for her. Otherwise, I would just like, I'm not going to be bothered. So, because it's a lot of work.
It really is.
It is. It is a lot of work. But it's making the memories for your family
and
right.
seeing the joy on their faces.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, it was like my job was to make the stuffing. So, and then my aunts and my mom and they were like, oh, my dad, you involve the kids, and it's just all these years later, I remember all those memories. I was trying, do the same thing, and it's about making memories.
I like that. I really like that. The joy of the season is about making memories.
Isn't that pretty?
Because those are the things that we remember when we were kids. And Luana says she agrees with you, TJ. You have memories. Now I have memories of being hungry while we waiting on the food to cook. It's like, can we get a snack before the actual, because so much is prepared that the turkey went in the oven like 3:00 in the morning or something, and you smell all of the foods in the house, but you can't eat anything. And the last thing is done most of the time are the rolls, the dinner rolls. And you knew when the dinner rolls came out of the oven, okay, meal is on. And, there was the kids' table, and then there's the adult table. And I can remember having go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say real quick that what I do is I make biscuits the day before. So, and I might, like if I cook a ham or something, I might do that the day before Thanksgiving. So in answer to what you were saying about people waking up and being hungry, well, there's some biscuits over there, and go at it while while I cook the rest of it. So that's the answer that I give. I make biscuits, and you guys can have that when you're hungry, waiting on the big meal.
Thank you. Okay, we should have went over TJ's house.
Yes, because that was not happening. You just if you missed breakfast, you just had to wait all day.
Yeah, so there was a lot of, and was the kitchen big enough to even do breakfast when you had all of the eyes on the stove?
Every surface is covered with something.
Right.
Yes.
But it was still a joyful memory, right? Okay, so I remember the tablecloth, my grandmother's tablecloth. I still have that tablecloth, and it was embroidered by hand. So I remember it being on the table, and there was silverware. You had to pull it out and polish the silver, and there was china, like
get it down, rinse it off because it's been in the cabinet all year.
And I would say to you, use the silver every day if you have it, instead of, putting it away. If it got passed down, use the silver every day. But I still have the tablecloth.
Yes, Lawana says that's about the time she'd start her turkey. I used to love waking up to the smell of turkey, and I did that for my family. How nice. Now there's making a memory.
Yep. 3:00 in the morning. It's like, okay, you're putting the turkey in there. And that was back in the day where you had to baste it and do all of these.
All the wonderfulness.
You couldn't run to Popeyes and get a Cajun turkey like I did this year and let it thaw put it in the oven
Or,
for about
or
an
pick
hour
up a
and a half.
dinner from Rayleigh's where it's pre-cooked. That's our grocery store here, folks.
Yes, you can do all of that then, but now you can still enjoy the holidays if you're not a person who likes to cook. I'd say hit the grocery store and let them whip up your mashed potatoes and pies
All of
and
that.
stuff. And hey,
Pop it in the oven.
okay, throw the bags and papers out like and make it look like
A
you
little
did it.
flour on your face like they do on the commercial. Oh,
Uh,
my.
Mark
Let me put this up. Okay.
Mark said, my family's formal dining room was like a museum, roped off with entry-only holidays.
Wow. Well, I can't say that we did use our dining room. We used it frequently. It just wasn't um as full. The table wasn't as full as it was on holidays. We did not use those special dishes though. You dare not touch that china unless it was a holiday. Okay.
Look, the gravy boat and everything, none of that.
The
It
whole
never
9 yards,
even graced
girl.
the table. Luana says, my mother passed having things you were saving for a special occasion and never got used. So that's what we're suggesting. Don't let it never be used. Every day is a special occasion.
Every day is a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see it.
So even if you have china, maybe you don't eat on china every day, but maybe one day out of the week you set a nice place setting. I used to have, I might need to go get it, a Mikasa place setting with the cup, saucer, salad plate, and whatever. So when you want to enjoy the joy or it's nice to eat off of something other than the paper wrapper that comes from the burger joint.
Yes, it doesn't matter what you're eating. Presentation is everything.
Hey, Barb, we got Barb Tomlin.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, Barb, if you would like to join the conversation, we are happy to have you do so. And we're talking about how do you enjoy the season, the holiday season? What do you do to enjoy it? We've been talking about, TJ started us down this trail about building memories. So Barb, go for it. I don't think you're muted either, so you should be good.
It might be her signal. It might be taking a minute.
I'm not sure. While Barb is working out whatever's happening there, how are others of you enjoying the season? What's your memory?
Yeah, and are you taking a breather during the holiday? The holiday is supposed to be about rest. I actually looked up the word enjoy. It says take delight or pleasure in an activity or occasion. So how do you enjoy the joy of the season?
I watch a lot of murder mysteries and a lot of
I do too.
British programs. People were taking holidays all the time.
Yes,
We're going on holiday and leaving the castle or leaving wherever they were. We're going on holiday. Pack it up, get on a horse and buggy and roll to wherever they were going. But they went on holiday. And the trips to the beach or trips to the summer house. Okay, so we can have a summer house. Maybe it's
maybe the summer house is grandma's house.
Could be.
We're off for the summer. We're all headed to grandma's.
So, summer house or like I know TJ paints and does art. That could be joy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
This holiday I was going to drive to somebody's house. I was like, I don't feel like driving anywhere. I'm going to stay home, and me and Netflix had a little fun.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be formal. It doesn't have to be the way it's always been. I think we need to stop breathe and ask ourselves, where am I going to find the joy in this season? What's going to make me smile, and do that?
Mark has a comment. Mark says, I was only successful once, but I convinced my family in lieu of gifts to do something for others for Christmas and then share what you did on the day. No charity dumps, but actual focused acts. Best Christmas ever.
Wow.
Yay.
That's the beauty. I love it, Mark.
Okay, so yesterday, in line with what Mark is saying, yesterday at church, they asked, okay, write down what thing that you desired for 2022. And the thought occurred to me, I can ask for something for somebody else. I was like, what a concept. I was like, okay, because sometimes when we want to ask for something, sometimes it seems like it's self-serving to ask for something and for ourselves, right? But what about if you ask for something for someone else? Like Mark just said, in lieu of doing Christmas, do something for somebody else for Christmas. I love that. Because at what point do you get to, my kids don't want me buying them clothes. And gift cards are sometimes so impersonal. And okay, and gift cards to a restaurant. Okay, it's just not the same. So Mark said he found a family whose house burnt down. He bought the kids gifts, had them delivered along with cash for the family, and had pictures. That's Christmas. That is the joy of the
joy of Christmas.
That's what it's all about. And I do believe it's about others.
Allegedly.
It should be about others. I love that.
Luana says, I've been watching.
Sorry.
That's okay. She says, I've been watching Christmas stories since October 25th, every chance I get. It's relaxation for me. My daughter loves that. She loves Lifetime. She loves those Hallmark movies. And when Christmas comes, she just loves to sit there and watch movie after movie and I can understand it because they always have a happy ending.
And it was more likely because they were helping somebody else to their happy ending. So Mark says here, it took all of the pressure off of buying something for people who didn't need anything. I finally enjoyed the season. Point well taken, Mark. So maybe that's it. That's how we find joy in the joy of the season, is by doing for others, perhaps. Could be. Barb, do you want to weigh in now? Are you ready?
I think I finally have audio.
Yeah, you do. Goodness, good to. I see your profile and hear your voice. Good to hear from you, Barb.
Boy, it's been a long time. It was just happenstance. I was trying to get my gear revved up for today, and I had a clubhouse notification that our friend Bonnie Frank was going live, and I just happened to click and saw that you all were here, and I wanted to wish you a happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Barb.
But I agree, Barb, that it's all about giving rather than getting in this holiday season, and most importantly, for everyone to have an attitude of gratitude all the way through. Just keep it rolling, because where we are today, I know we've known each other quite a while, and I am just so grateful to be here, just to whatever the experiences are, just to watch them unfold. But some of the things, like traditions, as we get older, those traditions change because children are gone, have families of their own. They may or may not be spending their time with us. So it's a situation of looking around you, and even people you don't know. Now I'm, in the lifestyle that I chose to live, we have a homeowners association, and there are lots in order for a homeowners association to work, there are loads and loads of volunteers that have to be productive and doing positive things. And, you know, I never, in 10 years, I'm just going to admit it right up front, I never stopped to just say thank you to them. I was always saying thank you out in the community and, you know, and online and all these other places, but I never thanked those folks. And I really stopped in this November, and paid close attention to what they were doing, who was being active, what was happening. So for me, this Christmas season is one of surprising them with little acts and gifts of gratitude, because one of the things that came up, I view where I'm living to be an absolutely magical destination. And as I walk around, I mean, it's like the stories that are in the trees, the creek and all those things. And so I decided to create, and we are in that time of creativity in the world. It's a real in thing. So I decided not to go out and buy gifts for them, but to create something from my environment that they share to leave at their doorstep for them. So that's what I'm doing.
Oh, that is so awesome.
That just sounds beautiful, doesn't it?
It really does, because it's thoughtful. You understand? It took thought, and it took
time, an investment of time.
And you had to stop and think about that. You're not going to just, okay, I'm giving everybody the same card or the same greeting or whatever. It took individual thought and thinking about that particular person.
Well, all those things are those material things we can just throw away. And I mean, we can look at them at Christmas, we can fold them up, put them in a little keepsake, box and all of that. But what you're living and the choices that you make where you are is just be appreciative of what you've got and who's around you to make that a positive experience in your life. And so, I mean, I could take that back to city life, and that, just when you go to the supermarket where you have for years and years, and you have the same checker who smiles every day and says, how are you doing? And all of that is just to do a little something. Even, I mean, this whole thing about rocks and painting rocks and stuff like that. And it's all about, that, as you say, thinking and doing, but just paying attention to the other, what's outside of you, because it also makes you who you are.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get heavy.
No, it's not heavy at all.
We're talking about the things that bring us joy.
Right. And we are inviting people to tell us how you create joy, how you enjoy the joy of the season. And Barb, that's excellent, about thinking about someone else. And I remember when we were kids and we used to, you didn't have a lot of money, but the lady taught us, because she had walnut trees. We took the walnut trees, hulled the walnuts, put them in bags, put bows on them, and gave them to the neighbors. Okay, you know how much walnuts cost right now, right? So
I don't even know if you can find walnuts because of the drought. They plowed a lot of trees under. Yeah.
So, but what Barb is saying is that you can do something outside of yourself, and you don't have to do it for the entire world. I know we're all online, and see, here's that thing about, you got these 10 million followers, but you cannot. Can you do something to make them feel special? Each one of them feels special. TJ, you can weigh in on that if you want to.
Dr.
That's a difficult thing to do.
On Facebook. Hey, Doc, how you doing this morning?
Go ahead, Terry.
See, that's the thing. People think, well, I have 10 million followers. That's just people that decided to follow your page or your profile, but they're not connecting with your content or you. So you really need a community. And that's something that you have to cultivate and grow based on your activities online. So I always say having the followers, yeah, that's great, but does that grow your business, your brand? Does it, do you have a sense of community, especially this time of year where, you can help someone out? It doesn't have to be about selling. It can just be about community, helping each other out, having a conversation, saying, hey, how can I help you today? Or what do you need that I can give you? And that's not going to come from just having followers. So that's a nice number to have, but are they really connecting with you?
Wow.
Yes. So we're inviting you all to tell us how you're going to enjoy the joy of the season. We got Jill Weston in the house. Dr. Tachi is in the house. And if you would like to raise your hand, Felice is coming up as well. What do you do to enjoy the joy of the season? Now, I got some really good ideas for what I'm going to do for Christmas from Barb and from TJ and some other people. You know what I mean? I was going to say TJ likes to paint. So if I got a little something, hand, TJ, do you use what is that, Procreate on the iPad, where she can create a whole handmade Christmas card?
Wow.
Yeah, I have Procreate, but my daughter uses it more than I do. Because I'm more of a I like to have the paint and the paper and the canvas.
See?
She's like digital. So.
But you can take and do a painting and then digitize it. You understand what I mean?
Right. You can do that.
Right. So there's different ways to enjoy the joy. And now I'm thinking differently. How can we show our community thanks during this season instead of the standard Canva, you can go in there and create a Christmas card, and something is better than nothing.
Yes.
But I like what
right. So that's what I was bringing up with the followers. Having the numbers is just the following, but if you're communicating with people, especially this time of year, that's when you build up the community where you're helping each other out. That's the great part of it. Not the followers, but the community part of it.
Right. We got Jill Weston. And Jill, would you like to weigh in? And Dr. Tachi and Felice too. You all can just, we're talking about how do you enjoy the joy of the season.
Now, Mark said, I thank all the neighbors in my building. We all look out for one another, support one another, and hang out on our decks together in the summer. That is not necessarily common in a huge city. We are blessed. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
That's true community right there. Anybody else want to weigh in? Jill.
Good
Weston.
morning, everyone.
Good morning, Jill.
Good morning. Barbara shared something. She made the statement to look around you. So I think a lot of us like to do that, all year long. I know many of you here are givers all year long, but especially during this season, I like to look around. I like to give support personally and through my business for people that may be experiencing loss either this year or years past. So remembering that the holidays aren't always joyful for people, but how can I bring joy? So I do everything from giving support through resources. On Thanksgiving Day, I held a de-stressing class because there's people that maybe don't want to be around their family or they're not able to get to family. So I had people come that were really grateful that I gave them a place to be. And then I had another friend who lost 2 family members, and one of them was a veteran, and he was having a tough time just navigating the VA system. And so we sat down and talked about resources for the family. So I really love, as many people have said, it's not always money or a gift or even a Christmas card, but do you have resources and information that can be supportive for people?
Wonderful. I love that. That was awesome. Drea is in the house, and Lydia and Pearson, welcome. We are talking about joy, enjoying the joy. Dr. Tachi, did you want to weigh in?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. And
Good
let me
morning.
say hello to everybody at the bottom. Lydia, Baba Pearson, how are you? It's been a while. Good to see you. And Drea, good to see you as well. So my thing is, like, I know that we've been conditioned to really pay attention to giving and to considering others during holidays. But my thing is that's what we need to do all year long. Granted, in addition to the conditioning, I know that we also have time off at those times because we've been conditioned that that's the time you do things. So there's also time off. So there may be more downtime for people to actually think about doing things during the holiday season as well. But, you know, I've tried to condition myself as being a part of so many organizations where we do things all year long. Obviously, the holidays are a time where people, focus, but people are hungry all year long. People need clothing and shelter all year long. People have needs all year long. So it feels like sometimes what happens is everybody reserves all their giving power for November through December, and that's it. And it's like, well, I've done my part. So, and it's okay to do that, but I think that we also need to, as the saying now goes, to normalize consideration of people 365. Just like people do this cockamamie Black History Month. I'm sorry, every day I'm Black. Every day I celebrate Blackness. The same thing with whatever you are. Women's History Month. I'm a woman every day. Hispanic Heritage Month. You're Hispanic every day. So to normalize doing things that celebrate you and celebrate others on a daily basis, or not necessarily always daily, but throughout the year, as opposed to reserving all of our giving strength to 2 months.
Nice. Nicely stated.
And on that, I want to remind everybody, tomorrow is Giving Tuesday.
Dr. Mark had another commentary.
He says, hold on, let me find it. He says,
I love that. Oh, go ahead. I love that Jill, he's talking about Jill's comments. Since his parents passed, the holidays are admittedly very tough for him. And I like the fact that we can help other people. Jill made some really great observations. And because we have replays on, you all will be able, if you missed it, you can go back to the replay on Clubhouse.
Also, Lawana says these are some great suggestions that are being offered. She appreciates the ideas.
Right. I do too, because now I can think of a different way to show appreciation and joy. Dr. Tachi says do it all year round, not just 2 months out of the year.
And I think a lot of us are involved with organizations and entities that do it all year round. I was thinking when we were talking about enjoy the joy, I was thinking, are we really doing the things that bring us joy as individuals, not just others, and making sure that we are tweaking our traditions so that we can enjoy the holiday.
Okay. Dr. Tachi, you were getting ready to say something, I think.
Yeah, I think I was.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. There was something that was brought up that I wanted to touch upon, and I can't remember it now. So.
Well, Phil, jump in whenever you want to. Lydia and Pearson and Drea, you are more than welcome to jump in this conversation. And is that Willie? I'm looking down here at the bottom. I should position my phone better. Looks like Willie. with 3 L's and 2 I's. Willie Wiggs. Oh, candle company. Now see,
Ooh.
that might be a thing.
Yes, indeed, especially in this season.
Right. Get you some candles and yeah.
Enjoy
So
the day.
I remember what I was going to say. May I?
yes.
I wanted to know what people's thoughts are since Terry brought it up about Giving Tuesday. Because, that's a big thing. It's like, okay, so for example, I don't know who created Giving Tuesday. Somebody did, but like Small Business Saturday was actually created by American Express, and it's something that is just taken off, which is great. I think it's good. But Giving Tuesday, I don't know who the entity is who came up with that, and I think it's great in terms of that. But it feels there are so many nonprofits and so many that it's like, oh my goodness.
I know. And I believe that this is a United Way thing or something, because like you said, there are a preponderance of charities listed that you can give to on Giving Tuesday.
Okay, well, I see something here. I don't know if this is Wikipedia. Oh, givingtuesday.org. Giving Tuesday was created in 2012 as a simple idea, a day that encourages people to do good. Giving Tuesday was born and incubated at the 92nd Street Y and its Belfer Center for Innovation and Social Impact in New York City.
Oh, I had no idea it was the 92nd Street Y that came up with them. I love them. Wow. That's absolutely amazing. Okay.
And so it works sort of like United Way, all the charities you can give.
But the thing is too that it is also sad that part of the reason we have a lot of these nonprofits and things is because our social situation in this country doesn't take care of some of these things that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're then relegated to raising money from the public because you won't pay for it. So it's like we have constant GoFundMes because we don't have adequate care. But it's like, so what the hell am I paying taxes for? Okay, I'll be quiet on that. But, it's a great thing that people are so willing to give, but it also points out the inequities and points out the holes in our system.
Right. And I think the government, I don't ever think is going to be able to fix stuff because they need fixing. So, but that's what community is for. That's when you're gathering around the neighbors in your apartment building and the people who are around you and making sure that they're doing okay. And then someone's coming to knock on your door to make sure you're doing okay. That's the community. And that's what TJ was talking about. You may not get that with 10,000 followers, but if you're in a smaller community, we can check and see how Jill is doing, how Barb is doing, how Drea might be doing. If we see something, like, if they post a lot and all of a sudden you don't see them, or they post something that's like, oh, we need to check in on that. Do you understand? That's the purpose of community. So someone knows what's going on and can step in to help if necessary. And I think that's what they did with the Salvation Armies and the different things of that nature, because the government didn't do it. So somebody had to make sure people were taken care of. Pearson, welcome.
Yeah, so I am on this. It's amazing. I didn't even know I was on this call. I'm just here making this cheesecake, persimmons pie, and then I'm hearing all these voices, and it's like, wow. So what I would like to say first, I want to greet each and every one of you individually and collectively. I would like to wish you all a wonderful Moon Day, Monday, and associated with the moon, Monday, associated with femininity, it's associated with nurturing and romance and herbs and all that good stuff. And so this is considered a feminine day, a day to bring out the feminine. And so that's where the nurturing comes in, with taking care of all the things that you all are speaking of. And so it's a male and a female responsibilities to nurture the community and take care of the community. So I myself, I'm doing a 4-season project, and I've been doing it for like 6 years here in South Florida in the Broward County area, Fort Lauderdale area, also consider Lauderdale and Hollywood. And we've been doing 4-season projects dealing with the foods within the season, encouraging our people to eat within the season because that's what nature provides for us. And so we invite everyone to come all the time to come and support themselves and the community. And basically what we do, we teach the people to take care of their biological functioning and eating the foods within the season. And that's what we prepare that for them. We don't usually charge them. We just ask for a donation. We don't charge to come to the event either. And so it's on Instagram and Facebook, Baba Living Out Foods. And so anyone that's living in this area that wants to come December the 19th, they can come and we can share with each other. We can have a master drummer coming from New York, and it's going to be helping us also with the healing. So we also want our people to come to this event and also be silent in the movements, in the dancing, and in the healing, and doing things like Kwanzaa and supporting the people with Kwanzaa and making gifts at homes and cards and things that are all beautiful. But what I was thinking about our people locally and globally with all what's going on in society is that we can also share knowledge and information through our meditation and our thoughts. We can be at home by ourselves, or we can be with someone. We can do a meditation, we can do a prayer and ask for guidance and protection for our families, for our communities, for ourselves. And we should also encourage each other not to overeat and to get more exercise, to do more meditation, to do more praying and do more fasting and things of that nature. And that's where I am with this whole process of being on this earth and being part of the community. And my life here is to support the community and help as much as I can when it comes to the physiological and mental, emotional, and spiritual healing, especially when it comes to foods for healing. That's what I want to share.
Thank you for taking the time to share that. Wow. Everybody has so much to contribute and share. I love this. Drea, did you want to jump in? You've been kind of quiet. And Lydia, you too. I understand if you don't. And thank you all for tuning in. And we have James and Marsha in the room as well. Welcome to BizChicks. We're talking about enjoying the joy and talking about how we enjoy the joy of the season. What do you all do to enjoy the joy of the season? Anybody would like to jump in from Clubhouse? All you do is raise your hand and we'll bring you up to the stage and let you.
Someone says they're joining my son in Oakland, and his school district will be doing an annual Coke giveaway. So
wow.
Somebody's enjoying the season. Mark says he would prefer to eat the season in Florida and California instead of Illinois. Is it snowing in Illinois?
And we have Mark, there is a restaurant in Chicago and here in California called Seasons 52. And they do just what Baba Pearson is talking about. Where you are eating the seasons. You they just changed out to the fall season here, and everything is in season. And California is the 7th largest economy in the world where it comes to food. We feed a whole lot of people in the world just from the Central Valley where we live. We grow everything here. And so we have a lot of things here in season. And they changed us from the City of Trees to the Farm to Fork capital now.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay. We are the Farm to Fork capital. And that's a thing because people are trying to eat in season and trying to eat better. So Baba Pearson, thank you for bringing that to our attention. We got Dryer Buzz and Ann joining in. And if you all would like to join in on the conversation, more than welcome to. We're talking about enjoying the joy. Oh, Dr. Tachi.
Yes, Dr. Tachi says one thing about Florida is there is good food because Mark said he'd rather eat there. He says, yes, there are a few restaurants that do that in Chicago. I'm actually amazed at what they can do in the winter. Yeah, because you have those root vegetables to work with. Lawana says, I spent 1 year in Illinois. The cold snow sent me back to Los Angeles. Okay. Yes, Illinois is no joke, especially Chicago.
So we are talking today, how do you enjoy the season? We just had Thanksgiving. We're going into Christmas. How do you enjoy the season? And we just want to, somebody just popped up there. Dryer Buzz.
Hey.
Come on in. Tell us about it.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hi, Yolanda. How you doing?
Let me go up and say hello. How y'all doing? How's the West Coast east to the East Coast and all that in between?
Yay.
All is well.
I hit the button in between your question. I want to ask for a reset, though.
Okay, so I'm resetting the room. Today we're talking about enjoying the joy. How do you enjoy this season? What do you do to make it special? And we're just giving everybody an opportunity to share that, because we got some great ideas so far that we're like, that's better than just buying everybody stuff.
Well, I know in this household, which is dwindled down to pretty much just me, we every year we try to do something different. We try not to spend. We try not to overindulge, and we got a couple of Grinchies, and then we got a couple of Santa helpers, right? And so every year the Santa helpers will sneak and buy everybody all this stuff, and the Grinchies are like, well, we didn't get you nothing. And then I'm kind of caught in between, like, Mom, make them buy your stuff or whatever. But I have always wanted to just go out and have an experience more so than buying the stuff. I'm that person. I'm always upset around Thanksgiving and how much we spend on that one meal and how easy it is to get everybody to contribute to the meal, but nothing else on any other level. So, I just kind of get in my feelings at this time. And then add to that, this is my second year as a merchant with a tangible product. So I'm all in for hyper consumer season. So I can't, speak so ill about it. But I just wish, that it was, I just observed how it is such a joy for some. It really is. And I just try to get out of the way from them. But because I'm that person, like, okay, how are you going to be in January? How are you going to be next week? And I have learned not to punish people too hard about what goes on in this time, because there are those, it's their priority. They work hard all year, and they wanna lavish people or indulge in this time, and we have to allow them to do that. For me, I'm that person. I like my altitude to be the same all year long. I like to just glide through the whole year. I don't like the ups and the downs and all of that. So other than that, I don't care. I'm not a holiday person per se. Like, for instance, I'm not totally participating in, as people watch me on TikTok, y'all, like Christmas soaps. Like, I made a couple of Christmas soaps. I'm just going to donate them. I can't indulge, in that. So, it's a dilemma for some, and for me, obviously. I didn't realize until I started talking. But other than that, I just want people to enjoy the season, But I want it to be, whatever you feel right now, I want you to feel that way forever.
Wow.
Always and forever. That's me. Pass the mic.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
It is. I got a question for you, Dryer Buzz. Just because I'm wondering, do you do facial soaps? This is just a totally side note.
Just on that note, I don't per se make a facial soap, but I do have one that people say that they do use on their face, and that's the activated charcoal. These are people who have oily skin because it'll bring them back to the center.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, that one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I just was trying like, okay, now I know.
And I will say this, buy one, get one today because it is Cyber Monday.
Ooh.
With the code BIG BOGO.
Now, see, that's really good there.
Mhm.
Thank you. We wouldn't have known. And so today's conversation was all about enjoying the joy of the season. And Mark has another unique gift idea.
Mhm.
He says, let me again share a unique gift idea. Purchase a beautiful container, vessel, or a vase. Buy parchment paper and ribbon. Cut small pieces and write a shared memory of you and the recipient, and roll it and tie into a small scroll. Fill the container with memories and give it to your loved one as a gift. Mark,
Mhm.
you can't buy that at Macy's. Outstanding, Mark. Thank you. That's really good. And like Barb said, it's going to take, she was in here earlier, it's going to takes thinking and outside of the normal, let me just buy a gift card for everybody.
Mhm.
This takes thought. Mark, thank you very much. So today we've been talking about enjoying the joy and how are you, enjoying this season. We want to thank everybody who showed up today. And I want us to do something if you have time. Bonnie Frank is over there and she's talking about easy fixes that are costing you money in your business. And so if you all would like to pop over there and see her right after we close, we'd appreciate that. And everybody just jump over there and surprise her. I think that would be kind of cool. And we just want to say thank you for tuning in here today. If you're not a part of BizChicks, we invite you to join our community just by texting BIZ to 33777 and become a part of BizChicks. Join our community. We are tweaking some things for 2022, and we want to keep you informed about that. Follow one another over at TJ Online. She'll be coming up tomorrow on our program at 8 a.m. At BizChicks.live to talk about social media marketing. Hi, Brenda. And she's going to Terry Johnson Online everywhere. So she'll be joining us. And Wednesday, we got Coach Karen coming in talking about your money. Thursday, we have Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shimizu. And sometime Jill Weston is over there for that. Thursday. And then Friday, we are talking tech with the Tech Divas, of which we have TJ, Dr. Tachi, myself, and Terry. We just want to give you any information that can help you get past the hassle in your hustle, and also helping you build a profitable business that's fun to run. So if you check out our YouTube page, hit the likes and subscribe if you haven't done so. And thank you for tuning in today on today's Coffee, Tea, Thoughts, and Conversation.
We just want to say, remember to go to the front of your own line. Have a great day.
Thank you all in the clubhouse. Follow one another.
Bye-bye.
And we'll see you over on Bonnie Frank's page.
Yes.